This is Engage in New York, Module 3, Lesson 8, Problem Set Debrief. So as you can see, I continued. I subtracted instead of added. So I'm glad I just reviewed this. So this is just 3 1/5. So when you have addition, you don't need that. You can just add 1/5. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 1/5. All right. But on subtraction, as you can see, I subtracted 1. Here's my 1 that I pulled out. I converted it into a fraction, subtracted, got 5/8. Here, 5 2/5, 2 3/5 is 7 5/5, and you know that's a 1, so it's 7 plus 1, which is really 8. Then we have 4 subtract 2 2/7. You can see I borrowed. I'm regrouping 3. Here is my 1. I turn that 1 into a 7/7. Then I can subtract. On addition, 9 3/4 plus 8. Now, with addition, you can pull it straight down. And you get 17 3/4. Then over here, 17 subtract 15 2/3. I have to convert 16. 16 plus 1 becomes 3/3. And now I can subtract. Then 15, I started to do it again. I went, no, wait a minute. 15 plus 17 2/3 is 32 2/3. Then 100, subtract 20 7/8. I borrow 1 whole, 99, and I have my plus 1. My plus 1 becomes 8/8. Now I can subtract 79 1/8. Then we have Calvin here. So 30 minutes, so 30, subtract 23 1/3. I have to borrow 1 and convert the 1 into 3/3. So 3/3, so 3/3, subtract 1/3 is 6 2/3. Calvin spent 6 2/3 minutes making faces at his tiger. On the back. Linda planned to spend 9 hours practicing piano this week. By Tuesday, she had spent 2.5 hours practicing. How much longer does she need to practice to reach her goal? Here's my number line if I chose to use it, but I decided just to subtract. So 9 subtract 2.5. I borrow. Here is my 1. I convert. 2/2, subtract 1, 6 1/2 hours more to reach her goal. Notice my answer. It's not just the number. Gary says that 3 subtract 1 1/3 will be more than 2. Since 3 subtract 1 is 2. Draw a picture to prove that Gary is wrong. So I used a number line. So 3 subtract 2, subtract 1/3. I end up with 5/3, which is 1 1 2/3. So if I take 5/3 and I divide it, I end up with 1 2/3. 1 2/3 takes me back to 5/3. Gary is wrong. He forgot that he would need to subtract 1/4 more than 2. So there you have it. Make sure you understand how I attacked the problems. And of course, not the way I did my mistake on that first problem. I started subtracting instead of adding. Remember, the homework matches the problem set. So if you're successful at the problem set, you're going to be successful at the homework. If you made mistakes, go back and fix your mistakes before you start the homework. Good luck.